Yeah, I think sometimes, man, you have to look in the mirror sometimes, like look in the mirror. Like, you have to look in the mirror. I've been seeing stuff about GTA 6. I'm not into GTA 6. I have nothing against GTA 6. I don't have no history of GTA 6. I don't have anything. Yeah, I told you guys in previous videos, I started playing video games like, my mid. I liked video games back when I was younger, before I had kids, but it was just Atari, Pac-Man, and stuff like that, and Super Mario, the one where he jumped on the mushrooms and stuff like that. I played that, but then I started having kids, and I got in trouble with the law, and then I got on probation, and then I got in a bunch of trouble, and then I had child support, and I got was living from here and there and there and there and trying to get my life back on track. And that was a long road to recovery. But anyway, when I started getting my life back on track, thank God, like I said, the first official video game machine in the house. I always say my best memories is PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, but it was the GameCube. You know, the first one was PlayStation 2, but we was renting it from Winter Center and we couldn't afford it, so we had to give it back. So anyway, it became the GameCube, and then it became the PS3, and then it became the Xbox 360, and so forth and so on. Then, as the PlayStation 3, I started playing the PlayStation 3 a little bit, and then as my kids got older, I was watching them play and all that. I told you a story before, but anyway, back to GTA 6. I think a lot of y'all need to look in the mirror, man. I really do. I think a lot of y'all need to look in the mirror. I really do. I just feel like, you know, and it's nothing, no doom and gloom or anything like that. I remember when my friend used to, the one that turned me on, turned me on to a lot of games. I actually, when I was starting to get into video games, he's about 14 years younger than me. He's in his 50s, but I remember I said, you excited for that game, man? Now, he used to actually tell me, this was back in like 2002 and 3 and 4, when I really started, getting into games a little bit more than what I am now. And I said, hey, man, I said, you excited for the game? Because, yep, he said, I'm getting off work, man. He says, I'm going to GameStop. That's when GameStop was still doing okay. And he said, I'm going to pick it up. He said, I got my, pre-order and everything like that. And then once I started, then another guy worked on another line, and he would be like, yep, I'm going to GameStop, pick up my game, man. And I really miss that. I really do. And so I remember when I decided to, when I started, buying a game, and it was a game that was everybody's wanting to play. I remember it was so cool because I used to walk in there and I used to stand in line, man, and everybody would and the guy would look, and the guy would say the same game, and he would get his copy in, and put his little slip and all that, and the guy would grab it, and they little small talk for like, because he had a line. Now I kept just hearing everybody say the same game, same game, same game, and I still remember that. Now that's when I came in late to that, and I remember when I walked in, I said, I tell him the name of the game, and he goes Xbox 3, Xbox or PlayStation, and God, I missed. Oh God, I missed. That was so cool. And like I said, I missed all the other years when people did that. So anyway, I did that for like 2 or 3 years, and all of a sudden, man, one day my friend, the game was coming out, and my friend Chuck, I said, yeah, man, you excited for the game? He goes, man, he says, when I get home, it's gonna be downloaded. He saw pre-ordered digital. I said, you did? He goes, yeah. And at that time, I didn't think nothing of it. He goes, yep, it's gonna be when I get home. All I gotta do is just turn it on. It'll be preloaded, updated, installed, and boom. And this dude, he literally slowed down on buying physical copies. Literally. Every time I talk to him about a game he wanted to play, man, he goes, man, it's already installed, preloaded, and everything. By the time I get home, all I gotta do is just play. And so while I'm making this video, because I know there's thousands upon thousands of videos about GTA 6, mine is just a little different. I take everything and I look at everything and I go like, yeah, really, to be honest with you guys, this a lot of a lot of people's complaining, but you gotta look in the mirror. You gotta look in the mirror. A lot of it's just you're just too daggone lazy to put a disc in. You don't have the patience to wait on the install. You don't have, we don't have patience at all. We want everything fast paced, speed, 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 real quick, quick, quick. And you gotta look in the mirror. I just think a lot of us just brought this on ourselves, and this is nothing bad. It's just I just think that's the way it is. I mean, as much as those same people that complain about GTA 6 being $80 and then the other one's $100, and then you get a box. It's got the digital. Uh, it's got something on it, but it doesn't have the actual game. And then I'm here now. I've seen a YouTuber say that. I actually said this morning. I got up and I looked at. I seen on YouTube that I said I think that they're going to make a physical copy, but I still think Rockstar might drop an actual full physical copy of that game. If they want to be dicks, because I'm trying to stop cussing, let's just say if they want to be dicks, and drop an actual copy of GTA 6 like 6 months from now, after the game has been cleaned up, all the mistakes and stuff, because when you mine digital, they have access to the game. They can fix it as you're playing it and stuff, because a lot of y'all are going to be playing that thing soon as it's able to play, And Rockstar knows this. Rockstar knows this. They're like, man, them people ain't got and you guys definitely don't have no, y'all don't, I'm not saying this as an insult, but people don't have the drive like they did back in the 50s and the 60s, because, stuff like this didn't exist. But back when people wanted to make a statement, they would do stuff like not buy or strike against something and make sure and affect the company. But y'all ain't got that y'all ain't got that no more. It ain't in you. You want to play it now, so you'll complain, but you'll complain and swipe that $100 credit card. You'll swipe that $100 debit card or whatever you're paying with. You will do it anyway, in spite of your complaining. And so Rockstar knows this. Rockstar said, man, they going to play that game. They can complain all they want. They're going to be the first ones to try to play that game. And also, what is really weird is now that they're doing all that, nobody has early access to that game. All the YouTubers that goes, oh, I got the code early, and I get to tell you about the game. Everybody going to get to play that game the same time when it's ready to drop. And, but I also think it's very impressive that many people want to play the game. So this is not I don't really have anything in it. I just think a lot of y'all need to look in the mirror, because some of y'all can't even. I seen a guy this morning. I was drinking my coffee this morning, looking outside. I seen a guy walking his dog, and he didn't even pay attention where. I mean, he had a dog on his leash, but he was staring at his phone. And then on top of that, I also was thinking about this. I have a Steam Deck, and I love my Steam Deck. I really do. But I have no physicals for that Steam Deck at all. Everything I buy just boom automatically plays, after it gets installed. And I ain't gonna lie, I love that. The PC guys, the PC world, I think they're gonna have access to the GTA 6. They didn't get no physical copy. They ain't getting no physical copy at all. I don't even think anybody that plays PC now doesn't. I think they took away the disk drive on PCs 15 years ago, because I know PCs used to have a disk drive, but I don't think they do that no more. So a lot of it is you guys got to look in the mirror. And my friend, I remember I asked him, me and him go see a movie, because we're both supposed to go see Supergirl tomorrow. I remember he says, yeah, man, I don't have that many physical copies of video games, because he said he just stopped. He said he just wants to have it right there when he gets off work. He wants to even my son a couple times, man. My oldest son was the one that really got into video games, and I think he actually would have it ready to where he gets off work. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I know maybe it was 1 or 2 he did that. He goes, nah, Dad, he said, Dad, when I get home, it'll be all I got to do is turn on and be ready to play. And it's a convenience. But a lot of us don't have the patience. And a lot of us complain and stuff. That's not I see a lot of people, I always read comments on some of these big, large YouTubers, and they'll sit there and go, well, it's time to just vote with your wallet, but you don't never seem to do. You don't never vote with your wallet. You say that, but you just won't do it. I don't think you guys got it in you. I don't think you guys got it in you. And I think these companies know that you ain't got it in you. Not to mention that we have been so tied to these phones, and these phones just take our attention, man. And we just so, first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, you look at your phone. You know, you're in the store, you look at your phone. I've seen people at work, and I go use the restroom at my job, at my factory, and I see people in there taking a dump and looking at their phone. I don't take my phone with me. The only time I take my phone out is when I go to break. My phone's not even in my pocket. So it's in my book bag because I got a book bag I carry. And I hang my book bag up in my area and my phone's there. So I work from 6:30 to 2:30, and I take my first break at 11:45 because I do intermittent fasting. So I don't eat but twice a day. So at 11:45 is my first meal. So I grab my phone, walk up to the break room, and then I sit down. I usually look on Google to see if there's something that's interesting I can upload on YouTube, or I play word search or hidden objects on my phone. That's all I do. Or I might read, I might have family members will say good morning. I have two sisters that'll say good morning, and I'll say good morning back. But other than that, but I just think you guys got to look in the mirror. I really do. I just think a lot of it is just you guys just don't. I just don't think people have the willpower anymore to. Uh, and let's face it, a lot of people like digital. A lot of people like digital. I mean, I hate to say this, man. I think if GTA 6 was $120, you still buy it. You would still buy it. You complain, but you still buy it. You still buy it. You'll sit there and make an excuse why you bought it. Yeah, that's not making fun of anybody. It's just you just don't have the willpower anymore. You don't have the willpower that you once, like maybe your your dad's dad, your great ancestors had. When you wanted to make a statement, you would. You just Rockstar knows they got you guys by the kahunas, or the vaginas or something like that. Because women play video games too. So I'm not being gross by saying that. I'm just saying that they just these companies know they got you guys. That's why you guys can sit there and say you don't. My son, he went and bought a PS5 Pro. Got rid of his PS5 because it had a disc in it, but that's not why he got rid of it. He just got it because he had this new Sony Bravia thing he bought, and when he bought it, he went and bought a PS5 Pro, and it looks good on that thing. I mean, he knew what he was doing. He ain't got no disc. He ain't got no disc, so he ain't into the disc neither. He ain't into the disc, but he doesn't have streaming services either, because him and his girlfriend, soon as be his wife, because he proposed. But neither one of them, they don't. When I go visit them, their TV is on. Their TV's never on, never. And that's smart. I think that's pretty cool to him. I mean, if him and his future wife wanted to be simple, they could be simple actually, because they never have their TV on. I've visited them several times, because they live far away. When I go visit, their TV is never. I mean, my TV ain't on either, but if they watch something, it's got to be something that's pretty good. I give them credit for that. All I'm just trying to say, you guys, is that I bet you $5 the PS6 came out next year. Came out in 2027, and there is actually no disc drive. I think a lot of y'all would buy it. A lot of y'all would buy it. The only reason why I'm throwing up this video is because I just think that if Rockstar charge y'all $150, you still buy it. That'll be a quarter of a billion people complaining about it being $150, and they would still buy it because they don't have the willpower. You need to put your money where your mouth is. It's doing all this talk, but you don't walk the walk. It's just sad because this is nothing against GTA 6. I wish I could like GTA 6. It looks like it's an exciting game. I see the joy in it. I see the excitement in it. I mean, I'm happy for people because they've been waiting on that game forever. And I ain't saying I don't blame them for complaining about it being $100. I don't blame them about them complaining about things are locked behind a paywall. I don't blame them for all their complaints. But again, they have no willpower. There's no willpower. People have no willpower anymore. No bitch. Because a lot of times, Rockstar, here's what Rockstar's saying. You know, some of your big YouTubers are going to complain about that. And Rockstar will be like, yeah, let them complain. That's because that's how they make their money. They said we could do all kinds of stuff. Those YouTubers like views. Some of them are getting paid. People like me don't get paid because I don't have no big YouTube channel. But these companies know, says, man, I don't care. They gonna make money off us, and we gonna make money off them. They gonna complain about us. They're gonna buy our stuff. They're gonna make money off complaining about us. You see where I'm going here? I there's no willpower. There's no willpower. The only way that would everything would change is you guys shut it down. Shut it down. But you don't. And I'm not saying this as a put down. I'm just saying that people don't have willpower. You know, people don't have willpower. I want to go watch Supergirl. I'm debating on watching Supergirl because I don't think it's a very good movie, but I want to see for myself. You know, uh, people just don't have willpower, you guys. That's all I'm saying. Look in the mirror. Everything, even uh, people that's 20 years younger than me, their kids, some of the parents don't even want to watch their kids no more. They don't have patience to rock their kid and keep them quiet unless they're toddlers. They always put something electronic in front of them, and they got these kids programmed to punch, punch, punch because everything's quick, quick, quick. And so those kids are just so they have no patience. We are being wired to be impatient. We can't wait, you know. Back in the PS2 and the PS3 and the Xbox 360, you had to wait a little bit for stuff to load up and all that kind of stuff. Not too long, but it's just. I just hope this video is making sense. It's not a shade against anything. It's just, it is what it is, you guys. We brought this on ourselves. Why? Because we don't have willpower. Now, there's some of us that ain't going to play that game. There's some of us that's going to flat out just say, well, watch this. There are some people out there, understand me. There are some people out there, it's going to be this many that is not going to buy that game. And they really want to play that game. Because they just ain't going to justify dropping that kind of cash. And I want to make sure I say this right. They would drop the cash if it was $100 for a disc fully loaded on the game. But I think the ones that really want to play the game, it's just a fraction. It's just that many. There are some goes, I'm not doing it. This is where I draw the line. But there's not that. There's not that many of them. We don't have willpower. I can give you a slew of names out here on YouTube, and I don't want to do that. All those guys and all those women out there that's got those big YouTube channels, I'm talking about big YouTube channels, they make money off of drawing us in on them complaining about how the things are. Which is good because they do break stuff down. But again, I can name them all. They're still going to buy that game, you guys. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. They're making money pulling you guys in by watching their channel complaining about how things are, but they're going to go out and they're just going to buy that game. Rockstar is saying this, man. I don't care what them say, man. Screw them. They're going to buy that game anyway. I don't care. They love us. They're going to buy that game. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that in a bad way. We lost our willpower. We lost our, you know. Because back when you pushed people too far, then people would push back. We don't have that anymore because we can't wait. We can't even get up off our rear end and grab a disc and put it in the player. That's why the companies are getting rid of the disc player. This is what they're saying. I hate to cuss. Man, them people, now watch this. Man, them people are too lazy to get up off their ass and go over there to the shelf, pick up a damn movie, open it up, and put the disc in, hit eject, take the old one out, put it back in there. They that damn lazy. Okay? Do you understand me? Screw these people. Don't make discs. Because they're too damn lazy. Look at streaming services. That's why we don't have no video rental stores no more. Because they too damn lazy to get up off their ass and put something in. Did you just see what I did? It's true. Unfortunately. And so, look in the mirror. Just look in the mirror. I don't like cussing because I'm trying to stop cussing, but I'm just using this as a phrase. These companies are going, I hate to say this, but a lot of those companies are saying, F them. F them. I want their money, but F them. No, I don't care about them. I don't care about them all because bottom line, it's about the profit. And that's a shame. They don't really care about you guys like you think they do. Now, not that I ain't saying they don't make a good product. Because I think this GTA 6 is going to have every little finite, minute little living world, whatever. Because I had my daughter's fiance, they getting ready to get married too. And he said, man, there's so much that you can do in that game, man. He says it's unreal. And he was trying to explain to me about all the stuff you can do in that game. Now, I had somebody else tell me, man, GTA 6 is crazy. It's crazy. They got tattoo parlors. You got places where you can get your hair cut. You got places where you can just go in and I don't know if they got stuff in there where you're making love and film the woman's booty and her tatas or whatever. But they might have all that in there, you guys. So I ain't saying they ain't into what they're doing. I'm just saying they just telling you guys, screw you guys. You're gonna buy our stuff whether you like it or not. And we ain't making no more disc drives because you're too damn lazy to get up off the couch. You can't even walk your damn dog without looking at your phone. So why the hell would I put a disc on a damn machine because you ain't gonna buy it anyway? You can't wait for nothing to load up no more. No, you want to be at work and do your little thing and come home and it be already loaded up. So no, we're not doing that for you guys no more. You're full of crap. And you're lazy. You're lazy. God bless. And have a great day. We'll catch you next video. We'll see you.